Hey nerds, what's going on? Co-host Mike Barrel here.
Stephen Dobbins, or at least a variant of me.
Who are you? Today we got Loki episode 3, Lamentis, which refers to the doomed moon Lamentis 1, which is set to be destroyed by a freaking incoming planet, bro.
But before we jump in, please, if you're new here, give us a subscribe, give us a like, comment below how you feel about this episode and anything else Loki.
And spoilers ahead, so if you didn't yet watch, pause this video, watch Loki, then come right back.
Just use a temp pad, you'll be back in no time.
For sure. Jumping right in, we start in a weird normal setting with Sylvie, still at this point only known as Lady Loki, having drinks with this TVA agent known as Hunter C20, where she is trying to get information about timekeepers. But more interesting is the fact that this is a memory.
Yeah, it cuts to hours later where Sylvia's still trying to get information. But we remember last week, Mobius states that all agents and workers of the TVA were born in the TVA. They shouldn't have memories of lives if they were never actually living in normal realities. So, Mike, TVA, weird.
I mean, honestly, I've been saying it since the start.
Yeah.
They're not good, man.
No.
TVA is sketch in my eyes. Super sketch. I feel like they are the big bad of this entire show. But I'm on the fence, honestly.
Yeah.
TVA or Loki or both.
Yeah, I mean, what weirded me out.
This.
Yeah, what weirded me was that I thought the TVA as a whole would be bad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the workers were gonna be like mind slaves.
True. Yeah, I didn't know that
wasn't
either, which is very sad.
Yeah, that's actually worse than I. At least Thanos was
kind of terrible.
Yeah, horrible. At least Thanos was upright. He's like, look, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like, he was very honest about it. These guys are terrible. They're horrible people.
But who's the real master is what we need to find out later
I don't know. I mean, we'll talk about it, but we talk about it in our podcast. So make sure you listen to our podcast. We get a little bit more in depth on the timekeepers because I don't know, Mike. We might know some of the timekeepers.
We might indeed.
We might indeed.
Getting back to it though, Loki grabs his knives as he tries to convince Sylvie they should join forces to only have to save them from Ravonna Renslayer by using the temp pad, teleporting them to the year 2077 on the after-named doomed moon Lamentis 1, which when they look up, we literally see the planet crashing like, what? It's coming, gonna kill us.
Loki uses his magic, which we will see more and more of, and even get some backstory on, to hide the now dead temp pad, forcing our Lokis to have to work together to get off the moon, or at least get some power for the temp pad.
Something, dude. Production-wise, and the characters of this show are just great.
Yeah, this show is like next level. The colors, the fireworks coming out of his hand. I mean,
the planet crashing into the moon.
Very cool. Every time they look, there's literally a planet coming. It's insane.
You see the asteroid striking down the like you said, the colors of that purple, which is like a nice deep purple. I love it, dude.
It's so cool.
So great so
Everything
far.
about this is
for sure. Remembering that if in a location that has a world-ending event happening, the TVA can't trace them. The Lokis are totally on their own, leading to some really funny but also really revealing moments, like when they talk about their moms. Our Loki having a much founder memory than Sylvie, unfortunately, which sucks.
Yeah, you're right. And Sylvie doesn't want to be recognized as just another Loki.
Yeah. So
has taken the glorious purpose and desire to be important to a whole new level by literally changing her name.
Indeed, indeed. By the way, we have our first bi character since our Loki states that he has had both female and male partners, which pretty cool.
And then he gets a little drunk.
Just a little, and demands another.
Another.
Now, Mike, theory time.
Okay.
Is this real?
I don't think so, man.
Now.
This point, from the train on, it got so weird.
So the question is, who's enchanting who? But continuing.
Yeah, they get into a fight on the train with security, leading to Loki getting thrown out of the train window. Sylvie realizes he has a temp pad and she needs that, so she jumps out of the window after him.
But after falling, as somewhat expected, the temp pad is busted.
So predictable. Again, just in case you forgot, there is a freaking planet crashing towards them. On Lamentis 1, or crashing towards Lamentis 1 rather, getting closer and closer, but what you would expect, meteors continually falling and not stopping, or some sort of gravity effect is not happening, but that's later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But they come up with the idea to hijack the Ark to get off the moon, which leads to one of the coolest, badass, jaw-dropping sequences in all of the MCU.
Yep.
Now, weirdly, they don't ever seem that concerned.
Yeah, or at least Loki never seems that concerned, you know, and that's important to remember, you know. Remember the episode opens on the memory hijack, which Sylvie explains was a 100-year-old memory of C-20. The creators of the show made a point for that to be the opening for us to really pay attention to. Sylvie also revealing all the TVA agents are actually variants who can't remember there before, and teaching Loki how to perform the enchantment might literally be the whole point of this episode.
Yeah. Loki wanted to get to know Sylvie.
Yeah.
He knows her motivation, and he also wanted to learn her magic. The fact that he learns more about the TVA, it's just an added bonus.
For real. The episode continues with them entering the city, fighting their way through to the Ark with the most amazing cinematography I know of I've ever seen, and maybe of the MCU only, for the Ark to be destroyed though, and then now stranded on the doomed moon and they don't know what to do.
But, however,
at one point, a building collapses, which Loki reverses, almost like how the time stone works. So does that mean he has it?
after further research, the interners do not believe he has the time stone.
Yeah, we originally had a theory Loki might have stolen that time stone from the first episode, but if you haven't seen the latest new Rockstars breakdown, Eric Voss, one of my favorite guys of all time, honestly, does a beautiful job of diffusing this theory because the stones will only work in the proper timeline, and it would have been a 1 in infinity chance, but he picked the right one. He did shed light on our other theory, however.
Yes, we do believe that Loki has Sylvie under an enchantment.
Which, wow, and like I said earlier, like from the train on, like her waking up, like them changing the camera angle of that, facing a different way, and like it just seems sketchy from there.
Yeah, we watched the episode again, and it was just like, Loki's so nonchalant. He keeps trying to drag information out of her.
And he just seems so in the driver's seat, in control of this whole enchantment, we're gonna call it, because it definitely has to be.
This is definitely the most Loki I feel like we've seen. Yeah. And then she even tries to enchant him, and it doesn't work. And yeah, I definitely feel like he's not just the driver's seat, but like he picked this location. As I don't know why, but I feel like he knew he was going to go to this planet where it was going to bring her to a very vulnerable state.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
And now, like, she thinks this is it. They're going to die.
Yeah, she just walks away, like, defeat, walks away.
So what do you think is going to happen next? Like, he sits down, he's acting like he knows the world's going to come to an end, but do you think we just wake up back on the train?
That could be a possibility. Or like maybe we open in on that scene and then maybe he just like reverses the Ark being destroyed and they're able to get onto it. I don't know though. I don't know what's gonna happen from here.
Yeah, they really did a great job of like, this is a cliffhanger like unlike any
other, because I don't know where we're going next. I do want to see what Mobius is up to.
So, and one of the things we did talk about in our podcast was that Loki might be, you know, the timekeeper.
He could be one of them. Yeah.
You know, we're not there yet, but he's learning more and more. He might walk into the room with it because they know where the room is now, and he might stare at himself.
He might see himself, a variant of himself, indeed.
It is sad to think about.
Which could be why they're, like Renslayer does say, they're so invested in this case. Oh. That could be why.
Interesting. See, we're literally just talking about this right now with you guys, so that would be really
ultimately, I do feel like this could be the way that they bring Kang into the universe.
Yeah, it would be cool to see him. That would be epic.
No, I do think I think we get like maybe a post-credit.
Well, he feeds off of timelines, and we know Sylvie just created the multiverse, so it would make sense.
We know Renslayer's his wife, right?
In the comics,
at least.
So it would make sense. But then she's technically also a variant.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Maybe. We don't know.
Yeah, it is sad about Mobius though. That's what I was saying before. I mean, Mike said.
But yeah, so listen, I want to say this one time only. The reason why Mobius loves jet skis. He's from San Diego and sold jet skis. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Internet exclusive. I'm excited though. I mean, this is always. I put this. We said this episode 1, top 3 Marvel.
Indeed. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like it's up there.
Definitely up there.
Yeah.
I think.
Right now. Episode 3. You can finish it right now. I'm good.
Good. So be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the podcast, everywhere that we are. And we will see you for the next episode, Inner Nerds. Peace.